Coming up on Sports Weekly, the Aquinas Falcons boys basketball team playing for a CIF Southern Section Championship in Division 3A. We got the highlights, plus we'll hoop it up at San Bernardino Valley College. The Wolverines in the state playoffs, and they've opened up with a couple big wins as they make a march to the Elite Eight. Plus, we've got some high school baseball action. Aquinas taking on El Rancho as the Falcons put up a lot of runs in a big win. And then we'll stay at Aquinas High School for some beach volleyball, one of the few teams in the CIF Southern Section, not only with a girls beach volleyball team, but also their home court on campus. And finally, we've got some big football news. There's a new head coach for San Bernardino Valley College. That is James Griffin, and he held his first annual Valley Day to recruit some of the top players locally here in San Bernardino and the neighboring communities. That's coming up on Sports Weekly on IEMG, and it starts right now. And what is up, everybody? Welcome to Sports Weekly on IEMG. I am your host, Pep Fernandez. We're talking some playoff basketball in this segment. But before we get to the action, give this video a like and subscribe to the Inland Empire Media Group YouTube channel for the best sports coverage here in the city of San Bernardino. All right, basketball playoff action. We had two teams here in San Bernardino still in the hunt right now for championships. That would be San Bernardino Valley College, which we'll get to in just a moment. But first, let's start at the high school level. The Aquinas Falcons playing in the CIF Southern Section Division 3A championship game. Let's take you out to Toyota Arena. The Falcons going up against San Dimas for the title. This was a back and forth battle for a little bit, but really Aquinas all stepped on the gas and really took all aspects of this game over. The Falcons would go on to a 59-41 victory to claim the CIF championship in head coach Daryl Pigram's first year on the job. Malachi Jones led the way for Aquinas, dropping 17 points. This is their first CIF Southern Section title since 2021, in which Aquinas also won the CIF title in 3A that same year, so just a couple years ago. But the Falcons do it again at Toyota Arena, defeating San Dimas again by the final score of 59-41. And now the Aquinas Falcons, their season is not done yet. They win the championship here in the section, but now they are moving on to the state playoffs. Before we take a look at their state playoff opponent in the first round, our guy Elijah Green caught up with head coach Daryl Pigram and also Malachi Jones after the big win. And again, the season rolls on for the Falcons, your 3A champions.
Working. We got to get back to work. We got this one. This was our goal, right? So we weren't shocked to be here. We're happy at the result, but we're not shocked by the result because we put the work in, and we believe, hard work and preparation that should carry the day. We live by a motto called the 3 Ps: prayer, preparation, and performance. Prayer, that's our praying phase and our goal-setting phase, and then we got to go out and prepare for what we pray for and what we set goals for. And then if we think that if we do proper preparation, we should be able to perform correctly, and we were tonight.
So we feel good. We feel good, man. We just keep working hard. We said it early on the week. Nobody works as hard as we do. So just keep working hard every day, pushing ourselves. Just having that confidence in ourselves and loving each other.
All right, the Aquinas Falcons, your CIF Southern Section champions in Division 3A. They will open up the state playoffs on the road up in Bakersfield. They will take on the North Stars in the opening round. If they win that game, they would likely play the number 1 seed Palisades in the second round. That, of course, depending if the Falcons advance and also Palisades advance. If Rigetti pulls off the upset and Aquinas wins, well, man, we'd have another state playoff game here in the city of San Bernardino. So we'll see what happens. Best of luck to the Aquinas Falcons. Now, San Bernardino Valley College in the hunt for a state championship. So far, so good for the Wolverines. Let's take you out to SBVC sophomore day. Yeah, they were feeling it, cheesing for the camera, and they were playing really well against Palomar, the visiting Comets in the 3C 2A Southern California Regional first round. They were celebrating their sophomores, in which they knew that would likely be their final home game of the season under head coach Quincy Brewer, because the road to state will technically be on the road. A lot of road games, as you'll see in a second. Wolverines came out firing. I mean, Darius Carr hit that three, and then from the corner, Carr started off really hot in this game, and he was not done yet. This is in the first half. Look at that deep three. It's all good for Darius Carr as the Wolverines built an early lead on the Comets, 14-9. Carr's like, I got a little bit left in the tank. Another three. He had 26 points in the game to lead SBVC. Well, that three-point shooting was contagious. Kamani Davis hits the three. San Bernardino, 11 of 25 from three-point land. They were also crashing the boards. Jason Lee gets the putback. He had 20 points in the game for San Bernardino Valley College. And then Lee's going to find his guy. Davis, mid-range jumper is good. 27-13. SBVC in front of Palomar. Palomar, the Comets, trying to hang tough. Nice dunk here by Isaiah Pomari. But SBVC pouring on the offense in this game. They were unstoppable. Lee's going to knock it down again. He had 20 in this game. And then it's going to be Carr to Davis, back to Carr in transition on the fast break. SBVC wins 101-66. They had a 51-point first half and then a 50-point second half for a big win against Palomar in the first round. So SBVC won the first round game, moved on to the second round. They played on the road at Santiago Canyon College, and it was more of the same. The high-scoring Wolverines coming out with a 104-79 victory. So back-to-back games scoring more than 100 points in the playoffs. That's incredible. They outscored Santiago Canyon 62-34 in the second half to pull away in this one. Darius Carr had 32. Jason Lee had 28. So now the Wolverines will play on the road at Mount Sac in the regional final. If they win at Mount Sac on Saturday in a regional final game here in Southern California, they will punch their ticket to the State Elite 8. And under head coach Quincy Brewer, that has been a commonplace for the Wolverines. So we'll see if they can get it done again and get back to the Elite 8. All right, when we come back here on Sports Weekly on IEMG, beach volleyball, baseball, and our guy Alexander Madison. That's next here on Sports Weekly on IEMG.